I received a comment from someone and he's making a few points about my life, my channel, and the decision I'm making. So I like to answer them. So the first thing he says is I'm doing everything backwards. Maybe from his point of view I am, but backwards according to whose rules? Because for me, it's not a single right way or wrong way to live your life. It might be, something might be right way for somebody, completely wrong for somebody else, you know. It's not a single right way or wrong way to live your life. Some people need security before making a move. They need to have money saved, maybe a successful channel. They need a perfect plan, a guarantee that everything's going to work out, and that's okay. But that doesn't mean everyone else needs to live that way. Then he said I should have never quit my job before reaching 10,000 subscribers. But I didn't quit my job because I thought YouTube was guaranteed to save me. I quit my job because I've been working night shift for about 10 years with a long commute, and that life was taking everything from me, you know, my time, my health, and slowly my life. I didn't quit because I knew that I was going to succeed. I quit because I knew I couldn't continue to live that life anymore. Was it risky? Yes. Was it the safest way? No. But staying also has a price. And some people only see risk of leaving, but they don't see the risk of staying. Maybe waiting for the 10,000 subscribers would have been smart financially, but that would have meant losing maybe 5 more years of my life, doing something I don't want, something that is killing me inside, you know, wasting time, losing my health. And you know, at this age, you don't want to lose more time. You're already lost enough time. So no, I don't agree on waiting longer. It's not the way. Sometimes the safe way is not the way, because at that point you're not moving anymore. The next thing he says is I should make my video in French. Maybe making video in French, yeah, it would be easier. I will be speaking more naturally, and I will get maybe more French viewers. But English has been a very big part of my life. You know, I lived 17 years in the USA. Now it's been about the same time of years that I'm back in France. So of course I lost a little bit of my vocabulary, my accent. I lost my accent a little bit. I had a better accent, American accent, when I was in the US, and I lost it because I'm not around American people anymore, so I lost it. But I want to reach people, you know, beyond my own country. That's why I'm making my video in English. That's simple. And that's my choice. It doesn't mean that I think French people are not worth my effort. It just means I want to reach more people from more countries, you know, because English is international. He also said that my English is not good enough for speaking English people. Yeah, like I said before, I know that. I lost my English, I lost my accent. But, little by little, I will get better again. It's just practicing. And I'm sure everybody's understanding what I said. Yeah, and for now, it's okay. I don't need a perfect English for giving my point of view in life and giving you a hope, something to change your life. If you understand me, it's perfect. It's don't need to have perfect accents or perfect vocabulary. I make mistake, it's okay. I'm sure people understand that. Another thing he says is waiting for an international audience is a big ego, like I have an ego. I don't agree with that. Wanting to reach more people is not automatically ego. It can also be ambition. I'm not saying that I deserve a huge audience or I deserve to be successful. I'm simply saying that I'm allowed to try. Maybe I will reach many people, maybe I won't. But I don't think dreaming bigger is something I should be ashamed of. He also said, he wrote in French, I translated in English. He said, I may never succeed on YouTube, even if I speak in French. So yes, I never say I will succeed. I don't know. We'll never know what's happened, maybe I will never succeed. There's a good chance of it. But it's not because it's difficult that it means I'm taking the wrong direction. Even something is difficult and you know that it's difficult doesn't mean it's finished and you're making the wrong decision because it's difficult. So no, I disagree also. Failure is not only trying something and losing. Failure can also be staying in a life you already know is wrong for you because you are too afraid to try something else. For me, continuing the same life without trying, that's the biggest failure. I can listen to criticism. I can admit when somebody makes a good point. But I don't have to accept somebody else's opinion as the truth about my life. This channel is not a proof that I already succeed. It is just a record of me trying to change my life, at 56. To start over at 56 years old. It's about taking back my time, facing my fear, and see what happened when I stop waiting. Maybe I make mistakes, maybe I'll change direction, maybe some decision won't work, but they are my decisions. But I don't read this comment. Maybe some people need this comment. Maybe somebody should not quit their job and they should be prepared, before they make a big decision. They should prepare longer, they should plan longer, they should have some money on the side. So this comment can work for somebody, for sure. But it doesn't mean it works for everybody. Advice becomes problem when we think that there is only one correct way to live. So maybe I'm doing everything backwards. Maybe my English is not perfect. Maybe this channel will never go anywhere. But at least for the first time, I'm doing something for me. I'm going my way. There may be no perfect way to start over. But for me, staying where I was would have been the wrong way. So find your way. Until then, see you on the next video. Take care. Thanks for watching.